That's the Cure there, and Love Cats on WLR. We're just trying to work out here what year that was, because Jamie Beamish is with me. You're welcome home again, sir. How are you today?
Not too bad, thanks. Enjoying the sun, Geoff. God,
you brought it with you, didn't you?
I think I did. It's going to be hot in London, and I was thinking, God, I'm coming home and I'm missing all the heat, but I'm not.
You're not, no.
It's great.
It's great how well you're doing. I mean, fair play. You're so busy, aren't you? You're doing loads of stuff.
Yeah, it's great. It's turned into a busy summer. Like I was telling you, like the big thing I'm kind of here to talk about, of course, is Cat, the play, and the 11th and 12th. But even then, like later in the summer, in August, we have a couple of plays coming over. Rigor Mortis, the classic Waterford play by Pat Daly, that's coming over. A new play I've written with Anne O'Riordan, terrific Waterford actress from Tramore, who lives in London as well, and that's called Ghosting, brand new play set in Waterford. And so they're coming over now in August. And then in between all that, and I have to fit it in or I'll be shot, is I'm filming a Netflix series, a new series called Bridgerton, which is this English period drama.
We were just talking about this. I mean, the money, the budget's huge for those, isn't
crazy.
It? They throw money at you.
Big time. I mean, well, not at me necessarily, I have to say. But no, I mean, at the production itself, they really, really do. And they're just generating content content all the time. And this thing comes in and I look at it going, this is huge. I mean, and I didn't know, it felt a little bit above my pay grade, but I auditioned for it and got it.
And where will you do that? Is that in London?
I'd say, no, I mean, it's set in Regency, England, so it'll be around the stately homes in England. So that I haven't got my schedule yet even. So once I know, then it more than likely will be all around Surrey and places like that. But it'll be I'll be going around in tights and wigs and stuff. So it'll be interesting.
And if you got are you up at the stage where you have your wagon, or what do they call them?
A trailer.
Trailer, yeah.
Come here, no. Okay, no. What you do, like at my stage, I don't have a trailer on my own. But what they bring in is there's one big trailer and it's split into three.
Right.
It's called a three-way. So, you'd have one part of a three-way. That's what they always say. Yeah.
It's the start. And I have to ask you about Derry Girls.
Yeah.
Is there a third series?
There will be, yeah. I mean, that's commissioned and all. I think, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, but I think it'll be a bit later, as in it'll be a bit longer a wait between the first series and the second series for the third series. If you put it in context, Derry Girls is such a huge phenomenon. I still can't believe it. And I can't believe I'm part of it, even, And when I was working on it, Lisa McGee, who wrote it, who's the genius who wrote it, she took maybe 3 years to develop that first series. The first series comes on and it hits so hard, they go, we need a second series straight away. So she suddenly had, instead of 3 years, she had 6 months to write the second series. Yeah. And that's it's a big ask. And I think she knocked it out of the park, to be honest, with the second series as well.
And was there any kind of feeling that this was going to be as big as it was?
No, not at all. Not at all. You have to remember, and the reason I was involved, because I knew Lisa McGee and Liz Lewin, who's the main producer on it, because I did London Irish with them, which wasn't a success at all at the time. It flopped quite badly, which is a pity because I still think it's very good. And people are discovering London Irish now because of Derry Girls. But we were going into Derry Girls going, well, we know the scripts are brilliant, but we thought that about London Irish. So we just hope it'll hit and it'll be nice, you know what I mean, and it'll go down well, maybe get a second series. This is a phenomenon. And nobody expected it. I sat in a screening of the first two episodes of season 2, and it was a public screening, turned out at BAFTA. I didn't realise. And I was sitting there, and the love in the room was crazy. And this is just the public. Yeah. And I was going, oh my God. And a few people have said it to me, kind of going, it's a little bit like what it was like to be in Father Ted back in the 90s. Yeah. That kind of buzz around something.
Isn't it funny? It is like Father Ted. A lot of people said they didn't like it, and it took a while to hit as well, and it was... Yeah. There you are. It's huge. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's great. So does that take up a lot of your time? Do you have to move everything out of the way if that comes along, or how do you do your calendar?
Well, it depends. You kind of you prioritise things, and with Derry Girls, I turned down a couple of things to make sure I was able to do season 2 last year because it's just worth it. And they were very good to me, and Lisa wrote that little part for me in episode 6 of the first series, and then she said, I'd love to have you back for an episode for season 2, and I said, I'm all over it. So I'm yours, kind of thing. And to be honest, when you're in a hit, the smell rubs off on you. Yeah. And I'd be walking into auditions and I'd be talking about Derry Girls straight away. It's great.
And the thing is, I mean, in the middle of all this, then you have Cat, which is coming to see us. Now, this was here once, and you were saying you had a shorter version here before. That's
right. Well, the genesis of Cat really, it started as a play we brought to Edinburgh in 2013. And in Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Festival, plays are generally under an hour. So we wrote this one-man show, myself and Richard Hardwick, my great friend. We wrote this one-man show for him to perform. And, it started with a joke in a pub, really.
Because for people who aren't familiar with the story, it's about a character in Cats who doesn't.
Yeah, it's
well.
a guy, Dave the Cat. Do you remember him in Cats? No, you don't, because he gets sacked on the opening night. So he stands up in his cat costume and tells you the story about how he was sacked from Cats, from the original production of Cats. But he also then kind of goes into his own background in musical theatre. So he talks about when he played the donkey in Jesus Christ Superstar, and he played the llama in Evita. And so, he's so good at playing animals, Andrew Lloyd Webber writes Cats for him. And look, it's obviously fiction. This didn't happen, although we did get a cease and desist letter from Andrew Lloyd Webber's lawyers.
Did you?
We did, yeah. Because they said, we are checking employment records to see if there was a Dave that was sacked in 1981. And we were kind of going, no, this is fiction. You do realise this is fiction. And it was fine in the end.
Worked out.
Yeah, it did.
And sounds like an idea came up in a pub, did it?
Well, exactly, yeah. I was just about to say it. It was like Richard kind of said to me, it'd be a great play. There's a guy, and he's in the original cast of Cats, and he gets sacked on opening night, and it's called Cat. And I went, that's a gag, not a play.
Yeah.
But Richard went and booked the venue in Edinburgh before we started writing. And so we sat down and we put it together, and it was originally an hour long. And it was great, and it was fine. And then another actor wanted to do it in Belfast, but they wanted to have an interval. And I said, now, I'm not selling tickets for anything that's 25 minutes each act. It's not on. So we expanded it. So what you'll see in the Theatre Isle now on the 11th and 12th of July is the 2-act version. So some people might have seen it because it's been to Waterford and Central Arts a few years ago.
Yeah.
The 1-act version. So some people might have seen that. Yeah. But listen, there's more lycra. There's more songs. We got a rap in it now, and it's
more gags.
Yeah, well, tons.
Because I know I was saying it to you before we started. There's so many people I met, and a load of people in here as well. I'll say, I missed it the last time. They're going mad, and they're delighted it's coming back.
And that was the feeling, because we did it last year.
Yeah.
Around near this time last year. What it was Richard was getting married, and he was having his stag do in Waterford, because his mum is from Cheap Point.
Right.
So there's a Waterford connection all the way through the play. And he, so we decided to do Cat the night before and take the money, and that was the money for the pints.
The beer.
Yeah, exactly, on the stag the next day. And we had a great crowd there, but there was again a feeling of people kind of go, oh God, I'm not around, I can't get to see it, and would love to see it. So when we were talking to Ben Barnes and Mary Bowen at the Theatre Royal, we kind of said, well, would you like Cat back? Because I think there is a lot of people still would really like to see it. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
Great. So it's the 11th and 12th of July. And what's on the cards? Are you back home for a few days then, or what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just chilling out with the family and stuff. I head back to London on Saturday. And, of course, then we have the other 2 plays in rehearsals, which is coming in August.
August, yeah.
That's right, yeah. So I'm helping the lads get on Rigor Mortis, which was originally called Herbs and Tactum Manit, Pat Daly play, about, 2 guys that rob a coffin out of the Holy Family. And it's a brilliant classic Waterford play. It's always gone down well, and we did it a couple of years ago, and it was a huge hit. So again, they're asking us to come back with it. Rigor Mortis then is about 45 minutes long, so again, it's not a full evening at the theatre, I feel. So we decided then to kind of go, okay, well, let's do another play as the first act, as such. So I've written a play with Anne O'Riordan, who, like I say, is from Tramore, brilliant actress living in London as well. And that then is her, it's a one-woman show. And it's set in Waterford. It's called Ghosting, and it's brand new. It'll be the world premiere as such in the Theatre Isle then in August.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in touch with the Theatre Isle. They give ticket up giveaways and stuff, so they keep us in touch with it all.
Yeah.
So you're back. Good luck to you with everything that's going on. Seems like a busy man that you are.
Well,
and your Netflix series and everything.
As long as I'm paying the rent, I don't care.
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Jamie, thanks a million. Get your tickets at the Theatre Isle. 8 to 10 p.m. it's on, and it's on the 11th and the 12th of July. Cat the play, written by Jamie Beamish and Richard Hardwick. Thank you very much, Jamie. Good man.
Cheers, Geoff. All the best.